Welcome to N-Scale Architect. Today we are continuing on our project. It is called the North Island Refinery. And it is very interesting model. Let's take a look. All right, now everything is dry. And what I will do is I use these clippers here, and we will lay all of these out. So this is a cornerstone kit. It's called North Island Refinery. It's an N-scale. And I got some stickers with it. And let's see. All right, not so bad. We got about 4 pages of directions. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this together right now. Okay, so this is the base. You know, that base, I'm going to end up having to paint this. And because we're putting everything on top of this, I need to paint it right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside. Let's go ahead and paint this. Okay, I got this from Woodland Scenics. This is a Woodland Scenics brand. It's called Concrete. But now, it doesn't really look like concrete. So what I do is I use this as a base color, and I have mixed up my own weathering. So what I'll do is I'll paint this on here, and then I'll come back in here with weathering. And this weathering, actually, this might already be good enough. So what this is here is it's this with a little bit of black paint. And I'll just paint it just like this. We don't have to be real neat because most of this is going to be hidden. And concrete's a little rough anyway. So concrete really isn't so smooth. Now this will dry. When this dries, it'll be smooth enough for what we're wanting. Okay, so I don't believe I need to go on the back side. No, I do not. So what we'll do is we'll let this dry, and I'll come back. I'll bring you guys back when this is dry, and then we can start building our model. Okay, while we allow this to dry, I am going to paint this. This is the railing and all of the like the catwalks. So let's see, let me show you. Okay, so in this picture here, this diagram, you'll see the ladders, you'll see like you know, areas where you can, the balconies or areas there where you can stop and rest on your way up. In this picture, it shows it being yellow. But I am going to use this decal here, and that decal is white and blue. So I have decided to paint all of this blue. So I've got some blue. This is an oil base, so I need to use paint thinner in order to clean our brush on this. So let's try this. Now blue and silver give it a nice pop. Now this will take a longer time to dry, but I don't need to worry about gluing these right away because this is going to be the very last, one of the very last steps in the process. Yeah, I don't know if these are called balconies or platforms. I think they probably would be referred technically as a platform or a landing. Maybe a landing. And refineries like this are actually pretty common. There is a big refinery here in the Appalachian Mountains over near Huntington, West Virginia. It's called Ashland, Kentucky. If you want to take a look at that, that is probably can find that online. I'm sure it is online somewhere. There might even be a YouTube video on that. But it is a huge refinery that refines oil into gas, and there is a pipeline that goes all the way from Houston, Texas, all the way over across the country to where this place is. And it's in Ashland, Kentucky. So we'll go ahead and paint all of these, and then we'll let these all dry, and maybe that will be dry by the time we're done with this. You think? Maybe. Okay, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of an update while I've been waiting on the blue paint to dry. And again, it's oil based, so it takes a long time to dry. And we set this aside. We're going to let that dry. I went ahead and got the base, and the base was originally this plastic color, and I used a concrete paint. There's a little bit of black in this, so I gave it a little bit of black texture. It's a mix I've already mixed up, and I went over the base with this color, and then I came back and I just dabbled it with a little bit of gray. And so this is just a little bit of gray paint, and I went over top of it to give it some, you know, some texture to make it look more like concrete. Now, what I've gone ahead is the smokestacks are going to be the very first things I glue together. And I went ahead and cut them out. I used my clippers here. So what I did is I just went in and I just clipped along I just nipped them. These are called nippers. So I nipped them and I pulled them out, and then I spray painted them with the white acrylic paint. And so I'm going to let this dry, let that dry, and then let this dry. And then we'll start gluing some of these things together and hopefully get, you know, something done this evening. All right, stay tuned. So here is where we are right now. All of these here, those really, really teeny tiny pieces, I have already put together. So this is what I worked on here recently. Actually, it was last night, and I had to let this dry. And here it is. Here it is. The hardest part in this whole thing is how small these pieces are. I don't know if you can see this piece right there. It's really small. I mean, these are tweezers. I mean, you got your big fat fingers like that trying to put that in there. It's very, very difficult. So where are we going to next? Okay, so I have to find these pieces here, 22, 21, and it looks like we're going to be putting a platform up here. So we'll do a platform up here, and we'll start putting some piping up there. And it looks like we'll have 4 pipes that go up there. And it will come down. You probably can't see the dashed line, but it comes down to there. So we're going to be putting 4 pipes there. We're going to be putting this on. And I have already glued this down to there. This is our platform right now. Here we go. So the next time I bring you back, we'll have these pieces on it and the platform right there. All right, you guys, I am going to provide an update. This is where we are so far. So the last time I brought you guys to is I just had put this here down onto this platform. And when you're doing a model detailed like this, it's very important to have a piece of styrofoam like this. I got this at the craft Hobby Lobby, and let's see, really got to have push pins. These are styrofoam push pins, and it's really a necessity when you've got stuff that's balancing on 2 pieces like that. Otherwise they'll fall over and the whole thing goes over. Right now I am working on this piece. And I put the sides on, got the top on, I got the supports in. Okay, now I have these to put on yet. So these are little tanks. Don't want to lose them. And it'll go right here. So one will go right here and one will go over here on the other side. And I will glue these on to there when I'm able to put it on to here, because these weigh too much to be held by a little bit of glue right there. So what I plan on doing too is these little teeny tiny gears right there. That gear, that gear. There are they're periodically in here. Here's another one there. There's one. I'll probably paint those orange, in a yellow orange, so that they pop. Shows where the valves are. So those are valve wheels right there. And these are really small. So here's tweezers, and you can see how small that is. It's very, very small. Hard to put them on there. All right, so we'll let that dry. Next time I bring you back, we'll put that on there, and I'll have those valves painted.